All right, guys, what is going on? We got some breaking news. The Sacramento Kings are involved in the trade, and that is for star De'Aaron Fox. Official tweet from Shams. Sacramento's finalizing a trade that will send De'Aaron Fox to the San Antonio Spurs in a multi-team trade that moves Chicago Bulls Zach Lavine to the Kings, sources tells ESPN. First thought, by looking at this picture, wow. First thought is what else? What are the details? What is the full package of the details of this trade? Because Zach Lavine is a nice piece, and De'Aaron Fox is going to his preferred destination in San Antonio to the Spurs. But then Shams followed up with this breaking news tweet with the full trade. And here it is. This is the full trade right here, guys. Spurs get De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. The Kings get Zach Lavine, City, Sissoko, 3 first-round picks. There's 3 first-round picks and 3 second-round draft picks. There's 3 second-round draft picks. And then the Chicago Bulls, the third team involved, gets Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and their own 2025 pick via Spurs. Wow. Let me just say, what a crazy time that we're in right now. Luka Doncic getting traded to the Los Angeles Lakers last night. Anthony Davis going to the Dallas Mavericks. Who the hell would have thought the Mavericks would trade Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis and 1 first-round draft pick? 24 hours later, De'Aaron Fox goes for pretty much Zach Lavine and 3 first-round draft picks. The Kings got De'Aaron Fox for Zach Lavine and 3 first-round draft picks. Luka Doncic went last night for 1 draft pick. The Kings got 3 draft picks for De'Aaron Fox. I mean, what a crazy time. What a crazy world. Me personally, if this is as good as it's going to get for a trade package for Fox, I'm all for it. That's perfectly fine. There's no perfect trade or a trade package that we were going to get in return for Fox. Let's face it. Let's look at the pros and cons. De'Aaron Fox has not requested a trade openly, but has pretty much told the front office, hey, I'm not going to sign this extension unless you show any indication of trading for other players around me and the core. And the reality is that they haven't done that. And anytime your star player in Fox was not showing his desire to sign that extension, you look at what the best possible thing, the best next step, what you can do possibly for the organization currently and moving forward. The Sacramento Kings, in return, got Zach Lavine, who's under contract until 2027, 2028. And you got Zach Lavine, a rejuvenated Zach Lavine, who has been balling out this year, this season, averaging about 25 points a game and shooting about 53% from the field goal. You reunite him with DeMar DeRozan, who, your other piece that you landed last summer, you reunite them both with currently with Malik Monk, Sabonis, and Keegan Murray. That should be really fun. Should be a really fun lineup right there. And not only that, you secure yourself with 3 first-round draft picks moving forward. Honestly, I think Monty McNair's staff did really well with this trade. That's just me personally speaking. If this was as good as it's going to get for De'Aaron Fox, then it is what it is. You weren't going to get anything better than what, De'Aaron Fox, what you were assuming for De'Aaron Fox. And let's face it, the Sacramento Kings, anybody that thinks that I'm hating on De'Aaron Fox, look at my backdrop. I have nothing against De'Aaron Fox, but I mentally prepared myself that Fox was going to get traded eventually, whether it was this by the deadline. I was thinking that it wouldn't be by this deadline. I think that they could have recessed and got it done in the offseason. But the reality is that they felt like they got what was the best package and that presented before the trade deadline. And they just couldn't, wait any further or any longer to get this deal signed off and done. So, with that being said, boy, the Spurs did really good too in this trade package. They didn't have to give up any of their rumored players that they were supposed to give up for De'Aaron Fox. They maintained all their picks as well. and they got De'Aaron Fox. So pretty much cost them their own first round pick in this year's draft and Zach Collins for De'Aaron Fox. Anytime you have a chance to get a player like De'Aaron Fox who has labeled you as his preferred destination, you go and do it. You go and do it, especially if you're giving up what you gave up in this trade package. So good for the Spurs, man. They get what they wanted. They put a star point guard next to Wemby as his running mate for the foreseeable future. I think there's no question or concern that De'Aaron Fox will re-sign with the Spurs or sign that extension in the offseason, and good for them. And I just want to say, as somebody who personally lived through the Chris Webber trade back then when I was a kid, as somebody who went through the emotions of the DeMarcus Cousins trade back when DeMarcus Cousins was dealt with, and as somebody who is currently processing this still and feeling not so down, it sucks. I'm not going to lie. De'Aaron Fox was a very good player. He's a very good basketball player. He, when healthy, is a top 5 point guard in our league today. But the reality is that, this time around with our star players, we don't get that many star players that often. But this time around, I had to mentally prepare myself for this. Like, what? If this is what the present and future holds, then De'Aaron Fox is not part of that future that we're trying to build here. And I want to thank De'Aaron Fox for the last 8 years, man. Just remember going back when we took a kid out of Kentucky with the 5th overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft. Some growing pains for sure. Seeing him grow as a person and being more mature and humble over the years. I think forever I'll be grateful for De'Aaron Fox's 2022 season, where he literally took that superstar step. And not only did he take that superstar step, but he led the Sacramento Kings to their first playoff appearance since 2006. Broke that damn 17-year playoff drought, man. Seriously, super grateful for De'Aaron Fox's presence alone over the years and for breaking that playoff drought. So thank you, De'Aaron. Really, really greatly appreciated you throughout the eight years. Nothing but the best for you and Wemby and the Spurs moving forward. Honestly speaking, you have a chance to play with the generational talent in Wemby. I mean, who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't want that? And you're back home, which is in Texas. So it's a win-win situation for De'Aaron Fox and his family and his folks. Shout out to his wife, Say. Sacramento will always have a special place for De'Aaron Fox and his family here in Sacramento. And best of luck to them moving forward. Now, for the Sacramento Kings side, like I said, man, Zach Lavine is a bona fide baller. When he's healthy, he's a top 5 shooting guard in the NBA. The Kings get somebody. I think the best thing about it, not only is he under contract, but the Kings got somebody in return that's only 2 years older than De'Aaron Fox. Zach Lavine is 29 years old. He's under contract for the next 4 years with a player option for that 4th year. How could you not like that? Assuming that you were going to wait until the offseason, and if there's a risk of getting De'Aaron Fox, nothing for returning and having him walk in the summer of 2026, who would you replace De'Aaron Fox with? My point is that everybody's worried that we're a guard down and we got a guard in return. It's not as bad as you guys think it may be. Zach Lavine is a very good basketball player and a star. Pretty much when he's healthy, he's a bona fide star. The only issue with him has been that in the past he's not been healthy. But goodness, when he's healthy, and for example, this year he's been super healthy, he's been nothing but a bona fide stud, man. I mean, we saw it earlier, like a month ago when we played up in Chicago against the Bulls. Zach Lavine torched us. He destroyed us, man. And I'm happy for Lavine. Gets a fresh rejuvenated start. And we paired him back with DeMar DeRozan. Could this move help DeMar DeRozan rethink his thoughts about reconsidering his future with the Kings if the Kings were to move on and trade Fox? Maybe this move might have him stand pat for the foreseeable future, because him and Zach Lavine did play in Chicago and now they're both reunited. I think this is a good move for the Kings, honestly speaking, and throw in the 3 first-round draft picks. I mean, I think you can't beat that. And knowing that you got out of Kevin Huerter's contract, I think that's a win-win too. Because let's face it, Kevin Huerter, as down as Kevin Huerter was the last 2 years, that $17 million was just not looking good. I mean, honestly speaking, Kayvon has regressed, and this gives him a chance to kind of just go and find his, his niche that he had when he came here in the 2022 season with the Beams team season. So, and Jordan McLaughlin too. It's a short stint. I know he's only here for a couple months. Wish him nothing but the best as well. Always seemed like he's a good, humble guy. And yeah, he's gone as well. So if anything, this opens up things for Devin Carter moving forward as well. And moving forward, if anybody's worried about the Kings point guard spot, have you guys not seen Malik Monk play this year? Malik Monk has won a handful of games for the Sacramento Kings this year with the ball in his hands, whether it's playmaking, the pick and roll with Domantas Sabonis, or just taking it up himself. This is a perfect moment and opportunity for Malik Monk to shine at that point guard level now. I mean, currently right now, where it stands right now, if the Kings don't make another move, you have Malik Monk as your point guard, Zach Lavine as your shooting guard, DeMar DeRozan will be your small forward, Keegan Murray will be your power forward, and Domantas Sabonis will be your center. Now, do I think that that's a better roster than what we have with De'Aaron Fox? It's pretty much the same roster for now, guys. You got to think that, those 3 first-round draft picks, that's going to only take occurrence and effect on the roster in the offseason and what you do with it moving forward. Whether you keep those picks or trade them for another star, or whether you keep those picks and draft players in the first round of the upcoming draft. We shall see what we do with those picks. But currently, as of right now, you take out Fox, you put in Monk at the point, and you put in Lavine. That's where we're at right now. And will we make another trade before Thursday's trade deadline? I wouldn't be surprised if we do. Maybe we still have a lot of assets now to go out, a lot of assets meaning in draft capital, to go out and possibly get another piece. We shall see. But with that being said, man, just breathe, guys. Soak it all in. I mean, I know a lot of De'Aaron Fox fans are upset and the fact that he's gone. But let's face it, it's not the end of the world. I mean, Luka Doncic just got traded to the Lakers last night. Nobody should be untouchable, man. And believe that statement, because everybody in the world and anybody would have thought that Luka Doncic would have been untouchable because he's a cornerstone generational talent. He got traded last night. So if anything, to all the Fox stands, I feel it. I know it. I've been there and done that. Went through it with Chris Webber. Went through it with DeMarcus Cousins. And now, I'm going through it with De'Aaron Fox. But this time around, it's not as bad because I had expectations. And I, prepared my mental health. Like, this is going to happen. Whether it happens by deadline, by Thursday, or whether it happens in the offseason. The reality is that this was bound to happen. And it happened, man. So it's not the end of the world. The Sacramento Kings will be better moving forward from here on out. I really do believe that the Kings will be better moving forward here on out. If that's hard to believe for you guys, I totally respect that. I totally understand that. I mean, trading Webber, I thought it was over. We would never be good again. Trading DeMarcus Cousins back then, I thought it was over. We would never be good again. Here we are right now. Time after time, though, after trading those big pieces, we got better. And I'm telling you right now, after De'Aaron Fox, after this is officially official, it's official. But after this, De'Aaron Fox is gone. He's no longer in Sacramento. I think the Sacramento Kings moving forward, in current position and moving forward, they will be better for the long run. So with that being said, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your guys' thoughts on tonight's trade. Boy, really let me know, because I want to pay attention to the comment section and what you guys have to say. Expect a reply back from me too. So I really love engaging and interacting with you guys. If you guys don't follow me on X, follow me on X, because I stay active on there all the time. I did send out some couple tweets. Make sure to check those out. And let me know your guys' thoughts on this trade overall. The Sacramento Kings have traded De'Aaron Fox. In return, they get Zach Lavine and 3 first-round draft picks. Also, they get 3 second-round future draft picks as well. So with that being said, I greatly appreciate you guys tuning in. Anything else breaks news, I will keep you guys up to date on here. Have yourself a great Sunday night. Take care. God bless. Keep pushing forward. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.